is my review on the new Netflix limited series Missing You from Harlan Coben, or his last name is. It's a limited series. There's 8 episodes. Already seen it all. It was so good. Like, he outdid himself. Like, I would give it a 10 out of 10 if I could on Netflix. It had everything I wanted. I'm shocked he outdid himself. Okay, so let me just read the plot. Detective Kat Donovan's world unravels when she finds her estranged fiancé on a dating app. This leads Kat to reopen the unsolved mystery surrounding her father's murder. Okay. The characters are obviously... Okay, let's see. Kat Donovan, she's a detective, inspector, whatever it says here on YouTube. Sorry, on Google. Stacy, her friend, and you know, she helps her too. Stacy, that has her own little business going on. She finds cheating men and stuff like that. Like Hershey's thing. Elias Stagger, he was in another series. I believe he was in Fool Me Once. Forgot how he played. There's Daryl. I forgot who Daryl is. Josh, obviously, ex-fiance. Dana. She is the mom to the kid, her son in the series, when she goes missing and he tries to find her. Aqua, strange name. When I first saw this character, I have a problem with this character. Okay. Everything needs to be so fucking inclusive now that, like, the DEI and the character's trans. I don't think everyone needs to be included. That's just my opinion. That's all I'm gonna say. Titus, you don't really see him that much in the series. You see him a little bit. Clint Donovan, her father. Nurse Sally, you see her a little bit. Callaghan, you see him a little bit. Monty LeBurn, you see him quite often. He's not a main character though. Her mom, forgot her mom's name in the show, but yeah. Charlie. What was the freaking kid's name? I forgot the kid's name. And hold up, here. Ronaldo. Forgot. Titus is the one that he has the dog business. Ronaldo works for him, and there's another one. I think it's Charlie. I forgot. And then there's Patrick. I will speak about him later on. Okay, that's everybody. Yeah, that's everybody that I can think of. Okay, so the first episode starts out, she's on a date. But she's on a date with a guy. And then she somehow ends up, there's spoilers by the way, so if you haven't seen the series or haven't seen all of it, I suggest don't watch this video. She somehow ends up, well, before she has a phone call, takes the phone call, she ends up in the kitchen in the restaurant. There was commotion going on, someone with a gun, whatever, not gun, sorry, stabbing, whatever happened. You know, she's like, calm down, blah, 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 and then the guy tries to kill her. She sets the sprinklers off. And she lied to the guy that she said she was, I don't know, she said she was something, and the guy come rushing in. He's like, you told me you're a blah, blah, blah. And she said, well, I do like to travel. So, the next scene is, my nose is runny, like always. She goes to her job. She's the detective, inspector, whatever. And she's going to like a scene. She does her job, blah, blah, right? So, that's more of like the boring stuff, but the juicy stuff. Like, this series had so much drama. I was like, glued to my TV, which I'm usually not, because I'm usually on my phone or something. So her dad died. He had the same job she did. He was in the same facility type of job she did, and she died and she never found out why. Her fiance, Josh, was a horrible person, according to her best friend slash wingwoman Stacy, and Kat doesn't see it. She was so madly in love with him. It was a flashback. She came home one day and his stuff was all gone, all gone. She's like, what the hell? And her friend signed her up, Stacy, I think it's Stacy, yeah, signed her up for a dating app. It was like you connect through music. And of course, she's like, I'm busy, I didn't do it. And she takes, she takes her phone, and she's like, here, use it. And she's using it. She gets home on her couch. And they do yoga together. So they do spend a lot of time together. You see a lot of Stacy. I love Stacy. Stacy's a badass. And she's scrolling. She's like, no. And she sees her ex-fiance in there. She's like stunned. She doesn't know if she wants to match with him or not. So, she eventually tells Stacy. And her mother. And, they obviously don't think she's a match for him. They think she should just leave it alone. But, of course, her being detective nosy, she matches with him. And the Josh person never writes her, from what I remember, blocks her. But what actually happened was, it was a scheme going on. So Titus, the dog adopter, he lives like on a farm out in the middle of nowhere. And him, Ronaldo, and the other kid, don't think it was Charlie, it was someone else. I can't remember his name. I thought it was originally his sons, but I think they're just his helpers. They were doing a scheme online, a scamming scheme, a dating online scheme. And they schemed this guy, I forgot, what is his name? He was Indian? He had an Indian name. And they bring him to the farm, they tie him up, all this stuff, they unfortunately kill him. And they also scam Dana. His name is Charlie. Yeah, Charlie's mom. Charlie's mom was apparently dating Josh. I don't think that was true. And Charlie and the detective Kat end up working together, trying to figure stuff out. So they also scammed her. She did not die. I thought she did, but she didn't. There was a scene where they threw her address in there, and I was like, oh my god, they killed her. She did not. She was not killed. They had her hanging, like that. She survived somehow. And this evil motherfucker, Titus, this man is pure evil. He's just, luring these freaking people with dating sites. Of course, they use attractive people, And they kidnapped them, take them to the farm, kill them, torture them, all that stuff. Disgusting. And what else? So much went on. So Kat, she finally matches with him. Nothing ever occurs to it. But Josh is alive. I thought Josh was dead. He's not. He's alive. He just went off the grid. He doesn't use social media. He had a kid. But his wife died. They don't say of what. So he's just, he's a widow. He's taking care of his he's taking care of his kid. They live by a lake, away from society, And Stacy, she keeps looking into it. She's like, I can't find anything on him. This dude did a good job staying off the grid. And Kat's still obsessed, and her friends are telling her, you need to let it go. Her mom's telling her, you need to let this go, right? But Josh has more to do with her than she thinks. when he left, when she came home, he was gone. It turns out he accidentally killed her father. They do a flashback, so her friend Aqua is also involved. So Aqua and Josh are involved. Aqua knew, but it's not just Aqua. Aqua, Callaghan, and Elias, the chief or whatever, her boss. Everyone knew her father was gay and was having an affair for like freaking years. I think it was like 13, 14 years from what Parker said. He's very rarely in the, he's not really much in the show. Like at the end of the show, he's a little bit in the show. And she did not know. She also did not know he was, doing like under the table shit, was a corrupt cop, and she looked up to him. He was her idol. He got her first flat, and she had no idea how he got the money to pay for that flat. And the mother found out he was having an affair, but she thought it was with a woman. She didn't know he was also gay. She had no idea. So, dude, I would be fucking livid if my best friend, my ex-fiance, who's still alive and lying to me, just shut up and left because I found out he accidentally killed my dad. My boss and the other man, Callaghan, a businessman, all knew my father was gay and didn't fucking tell me. I can see why they didn't tell her though, because just the way she is. If you see the series, you know what I mean. But that was like, I was stunned by that. I was like, wow, wow. I honestly think it's worse to be cheated on and find out your partner is gay than find out they're actually straight cheating on a woman. What do y'all think? So, Josh accidentally killed him. Aqua knew about being gay. Aqua's at home. Here comes her father, being like, you're allowed to live the way you are. And Aqua, I'm just like, I'm not saying whatever, I'm just like, put in my own twist, whatever. Aqua was like, you don't know what I did have to get here. Her dad gets mad, comes in the house, starts hitting her, blah, 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 blah. And Josh and Aqua were their friends. They were roommates. And Josh, trying to intervene, trying to help, and he accidentally killed him. So, and then somehow, what's his name? Elias? Her boss, Kat's boss. He somehow found out about it, or he already knew, whatever. And he was taking Josh to go see the guy named, look up his name again, I already forgot. What is his freaking name? There's so many names here, I can't remember. Where is he? Monty. Yeah, Monty. He was, taking him to see Monty. So Monty took the blame because he already killed someone else. He's like, God, might as well take this blame too. So Kat is thinking this entire time, Monty is the one that killed her father. That's not it. Callaghan, Elias are all in on it with him. And so was Josh. Elias didn't want Josh, to get in trouble. They didn't want to take the blame. So I'm going back to when Kat came home and Josh left. He left because his funeral just happened. He felt so guilty about lying to her, so he left. And he just didn't talk to her. This is like years she hasn't seen him. And then she just finds him on a dating app. So, during the series, she's getting closer and closer to the truth. And, Aqua knows a lot, keeping shit from her. So Charlie comes in excuse me, sorry, the son of Dana that goes missing. He's on the phone with her. But before that, he breaks into her flat. She can call the cops on him. And he's 19 in the series. He's an adult, but still a teenager, you know. So she's like, don't let that happen again. And another episode, he's in the forest, walking on the phone, not looking around. He's talking to cats. He's like, we need to find my mom, blah, 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 all this stuff, right? And Aqua is behind him, hearing the conversation, and like hits him over the head with a rock or whatever, because he was getting too close to the truth. Because she knew about the scam too. Oh, there's one more person. Detective Kat's new partner. I forgot his name, but him. He's helping her get information. You know, looking up information about Josh and Dana. He's not a piece. He's a main character, but he's not like the most important character. So yeah. And he's helping her, and he's obviously getting frustrated over her, understandably. And Kat eventually, you know, gets suspended, so she can't work, but she's still calling him, like, oh, you can look this up for me. Well, she eventually shows up at his house, and he's like, and at the station, he's like, you can't be doing this. You need to relax. Blah blah blah. Of course, she doesn't want to. So she eventually, you know, learns the truth. But the scam and everything, that wasn't really Josh's profile. Aqua did see when they did yoga at the you know, retreat, whatever. Stacy and Aqua, horrible friends, keeping shit from her, but I understand why. So they both saw Josh, because Josh was still keeping an eye on her, but Kat had no idea. So Aqua didn't say anything, just pretend like nothing happened, but Stacy saw him as well during the yoga retreat. They were doing yoga and Pilates, all that stuff. And she chased after him and told him to leave her alone, stop watching her. And I guess he did. So she eventually finds out everything, how Elias, you know, was, you know, taking Josh there, about her dad being gay, having an affair. Aqua knowing this, you know, knowing she saw Josh. Stacy seeing Josh. She finds out everything. About the scheme, the dating app scheme, all this stuff, right? So Dana does make it out. And she saves her son, so that's good. So she wasn't on vacation. She got scammed, got kidnapped, and went to the farm. At the end, Kat, she meets the guy that her father was having an affair with for like 13. I'm pretty sure he said 13 years. She's a picture of them. And she obviously still stunned, you know. And she just find Josh, and he tells her, you know, why, everything. And she's upset, obviously. And we don't know they end up together because it was like a little bit cliffhanger. Obviously on purpose. That's stupid, but whatever. You see them like walking off, but we don't know if they're together. I hope she didn't end up with. I hope she didn't go back to him, because one, he was a piece of shit to her, from what Stacy was saying, and two, he killed her father by accident. 3, lied and just ghosted her. Like, no, girl, you need to use somebody else. But yeah, so she finds Josh, clears the air, finds the affair partner from her father's affair partner. He seemed like a lovely man, even though he was cheating, hoping him cheat with his wife, you know, with his partner's, you know, on his partner's wife. But yeah. So they get together, they have like their own little family, and that's it. it was a good series overall. I wish there was an ending. I hope she didn't. I hope she didn't go back to him. I really do. Like, no, like that man has too much, and he has a kid, and he's a widower. Is it widower? Yeah, no. Like, the series was really good. It was a lot going on, so it's hard. It's hard to remember everything, but I'm pretty sure I covered most of it. Yeah. There was action, there was thriller, there was mystery, there was comedy, there was bittersweetness, there was sadness. It had everything I wanted. Chef's kiss. Loved it. Yes. If there is a book, I don't know. There might be a book. I do want to read the book. I haven't read any of his books yet, but I do want to read at least one. So I like this one. It's my favorite one so far. Missing You and Fool Me Once. Those are my top favorite too. I've seen all his series, by the way. All of them. Those are my two favorite. Fool Me Once is like second place. It's like almost as good as this one. But yeah, this is my review on the show. Hopefully y'all watch my video. Hopefully y'all like it.